Conduit, the first carbon neutral nonprofit DAO of its kind. And today is Friday, and we're talking AR and VR. Um, my name is Ibro. Pleasure to meet you guys. Pleasure to be here. Glad to be able to just talk and be able to share some info from things that I've been enjoying in the space. Um, so, first things first, what do we know about AR and VR? I would say I'd like to shoot that out first. If anyone has any questions or any any comments on what they think um, AR and VR stands for, I guess let's start with that, just to make sure that we understand what the abbreviations are.
Okay, well, I would say virtual reality, and I always forget what is it, augmented reality?
Perfect. Yep. Virtual reality and augmented reality. And so what you have to know, or what I've used to help differentiate the two, is augmented. You're essentially adding to your reality. And with virtual reality, you're creating a whole new world through the help of a device, right? So, um, what I would like to happen by the end of this is you guys understand the difference between AR and VR, how they can be used, the common misconceptions, and just how we're already using AR technology more than we actually know about on a day to day. So I'm going to start off with VR. So virtual reality was created. The first device was created back in 1956 by a gentleman named Morton Halig, and Morton he patented that device in 1962. But that device was the first multi-sensory, immersive, mechanical, multimodal device, right? And I know that's a lot of multis, but multi-sensory basically allows you to um, be able to smell. So it had a smell sensor in there. So it was crazy. And I'm going to share that link in the VR AR chat. But it allowed you to essentially smell. You will stick your face into this device, and you have 3D objects coming at you. It was widescreen. There was stereo. There was sounds, and it would also vibrate. So let's say you were the movie that you were watching was somebody driving down the road. It would stimulate that same exact interaction. So that was the first. And honestly, to this day, I don't think there's any device that has that smelling capability. You can have up to 100 smells on that device, and that was built in the 50s. Just to put that in perspective. Um, Fast forward, we have Ivan Sutherland at the University of Utah and his assistant Bob Sproul that created the first head-mounted display, what we traditionally know as like virtual reality and augmented reality devices now. And that was a head-mounted display that basically um, it was based off what was it? It was called the Sword of Damocles, which was crazy, but it was called the Sword of Damocles. And what they did basically was created a head-up display. He was known as the godfather of graphic design, I believe. He was one of the first people to create like an immersive software that allowed you to build in 3D, if that makes sense. Um, and fast forward, there was a lot of hype. From there, you had the military doing R&D and research with it. You had Sega Genesis come out with their own type of variation of a VR headset. You had Nintendo come out with the Virtual Boy. It only had literally one color, and you had to stick your head into it, and you had the controller on the side, so it wasn't that practical. Um, Fast forward, um, we see now that the graphics has caught up to the tech, right? So today we could create more immersive content that's more close to real life. So using crazy microprocessing chips like NVIDIA, AMD, you have other sites that you can use like OpenXR, WebXR, Mozilla Hubs. You have Unity. Um, and at first, when virtual reality was created, of course, it was mostly gaming and a given experience. And I mentioned earlier travel, right? Being able to travel without leaving your home. Imagine being able to sit in your home and say, okay, I want to see what the Eiffel Tower looks like, but from the top perspective. And you could possibly do that. Um, There's also cases of virtual reality being used for acrophobia, which is basically fears of heights. And, there's surgeons out there that are using virtual reality simulators to practice high risk, highly technical surgeries. So those are the use cases that kind of brought on virtual reality to the mainstream world. PTSD is another big thing, helping people deal with their fears. We also have military implications for flight simulations and training simulations. We have exercises. There's an infamous boxing game, and physical exercises, as well as meditation. Um, and I think those right there, well, when you put all that together, you kind of see why there's such a big buzz and big um, there's big investors coming to the virtual space, in my opinion, due to the fact that you have that capacity right then and there to do all that, right? Um, so from there, you have your wired headsets and you have your unwired headsets. In most cases, you have wired headsets that are more expensive because they're connected to a good processor that does most of the work. But the thing about that is you're limited by movement because you're tethered. The untethered headsets, they're essentially an Android iPhone that's attached to your head, realistically, because they have the same processing capacity as a high-powered Android device, but it doesn't have the capacity to run high processing game graphics like you would with like the Oculus. So the Oculus, you can do you could do normal things. And when I say normal things, you can go on to AltSpace VR, you can browse the web, right? Because essentially, when you go into these metaverses, you're just browsing the web, but you're in it. Um, but let's say you want to get into a more detailed metaverse like Somnium Space, or you want to get into a more detailed space like Neos, where you could actually render out in real time. You're going to need um, either a Vive Index, one of those Rift type devices that is a lot more powerful, that's tethered, because it'll be linked to your computer, and your computer will be doing a lot more of the heavy lifting while you're operating that software. Um, and so, any questions from here? Just so I don't get to babbling too much. Anybody have any questions?
Nope, not yet.
Nice, nice. And so I'm sorry for this. I created a whole another Discord channel for myself, just to show you guys what's out there in terms of everything, AR, VR. And I'm gonna find a way to share all these links with you guys as I keep moving. And now I'm gonna switch over to, I guess, a little bit of AR, right? So, um, where virtual reality takes us to a whole new world, augmented reality adds to our reality, right? So, augmented just means to add, and the word augment is derived from the Latin word augur, which basically means to add or increase. So, it doesn't take out, it doesn't take you away from the main world, right? So let's say you have your phone out, you can access an augmented reality scene from there. But in most cases, take it back to like Snapchat and filters. Every time we interact with a filter, we're essentially using the augmented reality filter. You know, um, that infamous dog emoji that with the tongue sticking out. That's it. That's augmented reality at its finest, right there. So I think once we can break the misconception down, like, hey, this device that you have in your phone, like your phone is a AR device right then and there that you can use and go straight to work with. Um, but the first augmented reality device that was mainstream came out with Magic Leap, and Magic Leap was one of the first companies to bring AR to the world. Um, in 2014, they secured about $15 million to release the first Magic Leap One. It didn't go as well because honestly, the price was like 2,000 for the device. 2019, they got $2.3 billion investment from Google, and that kind of got the ball rolling from them. And now they're rolling out with a new project, a new device coming out too. Um, they're essentially the Oculus of the AR world. They're coming out with smart lens. in the future. Hopefully, they're going to look like contact lenses that you'll be able to put over your eyes and interact with AR surfaces and everything like that. Um, and the beauty of it to me is with AR is you can interact with objects right in front of you, right? So, um, let's say, prime example, um, and I'll be able to show you guys this when we do the OVR tour. But um, if an object's in front of you, like a desk or a chair, you can tap on it or move it to another side of the screen so that you can set up a whole entire environment if you wanted. So those are the type of things that I personally enjoy with it. And the way this kind of relates to my everyday life has been pretty cool because my business partner and I from school, we started a construction management company that specialized in turning shipping containers into modular homes. And that kind of that essentially led us to just doing a lot of 3D work already because you have to be able to sell your client on like what the house would look like. So fast forward, metaverse, NFTs, I found myself stumbling down a rabbit hole and realizing that these metaverse spaces we've already kind of created. We have city designs, we have large hex designs, we villas, everything. We have a lot of things that we've been working on for the past going on 8 years now, to where we haven't even really showcased much. And I think the NFT space and the metaverse space has allowed us to kind of pivot into it. And it doesn't just have to be structurally. You can use AR filters for business cards. You can use QR codes. I think QR codes are going to be one of the most underused, well, one of the most used technologies in the future when it comes to interacting with the metaverse, especially in the AR filter, in the AR sense, because it allows you control. Adobe Aero is another great app that I've used to first start um, my work, you know, and so if I may, I would say let's stop it for any questions if anyone has. And
yeah, I have a question. What's Adobe Aero? Like, what is it? What does it do?
Sure. So Adobe Aero, and I can share the link here. Adobe Aero is basically Adobe's variation of being able to create augmented reality scenes. So when I first started out, prior to being able to create my own assets, Adobe has pre-created assets, correct? And these assets allow you to create a scene for yourself. So the very first time I got paid to create an augmented reality scene was for NFT Basel, Art Basel in Miami last year. And what I used was Adobe Aero. And it was smooth, it was seamless. It allowed me to get the job done pretty fast. And all I needed to do was generate a QR code. So I think that having those type of tools for beginners is super clutch, super easy, because you don't have to do the whole you don't have to create your own assets from the jump, right? So you can create from what they already have and animate them with the animations that are already there.
That is so cool. I didn't even know Adobe was in the game.
Oh yeah, Adobe's in the game. They do a lot of dope stuff. Mixamo is another one. I really want to see what would be the best way for me to share all this stuff that I have, because I feel a little bad because I created a whole channel with everything AR VR. It's called Around the Block. I would like to invite you guys to it if I may, or find a way to transfer some of the content over if that's possible.
Are you able to share the screen?
Clone a channel. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I could share my screen here. Let me see. Does that work?
Want to know how to do It's trying to work.
Okay. Oh yeah.
If it doesn't, you may just need to do you have a, well, I don't know, because I have an Apple. Do you have an Apple or do you have a
Yeah, I have
PC?
an Apple. I have a Mac.
Okay. If it doesn't, something you may want to try, because this is what I had to do. Just go to your settings,
Mm-hmm.
and then where
User
is it at?
settings.
And then in your privacy. Well, let me just do it so I can.
Yes, ma'am. For user privacy,
You go to security. Yes, where it is. I think.
security.
Yep, you go to security, and then you see like the options: general, firewall, privacy.
Is security where was it towards the bottom?
Oh,
Middle?
security. It's towards the top. It's like in the second row, all the way to the right. It looks like a little silver house.
Hold on, let me click on settings. User settings.
Or in your system preferences. The icon, it looks like a gear.
Sorry, I'm acting a little remedial. Jeez.
It's okay. It's all right. You're okay. It's the icon that looks like, I don't know, a gear or something. I think it's a
Yep,
gear.
I clicked on my gear.
You click
Um,
and
so
then
user privacy. Is it
yeah,
privacy and safety?
you'll see
No.
security and privacy, and it looks like a silver house.
Hmm.
You know, it's a lot of icons to look through. Um,
I'm looking. So account, my account, user profile, privacy and safety, authorized apps, connections, and then now I'm in billing settings. So it's under. Would it be after? It will be after billing settings, and would it be under in the app settings or activity setting
no, it's literally.
by itself?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's like it's in the area where, like, if you had a problem with your printer or you're trying to make sure your Bluetooth is connected or your sounds, it's in that area.
Oh, up top.
It could be. I just get to it from clicking on the gear shaft or the gear icon that says system preferences.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who doesn't quite get Discord.
No, you're not. Oh.
Okay. It's all right. We'll figure it out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to share a VR screen?
No, I'm just trying to share my computer screen.
Just your main desktop? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I had the same issue too, and it was just one little privacy setting that I had to
Oh,
switch, and it
snap.
finally worked. And I'm trying to see how I can guide him to it. So okay, so you do see the icon, the gear shaft that says system preferences, right?
Um, so the gear shaft, the gear icon that I see under my name, and my name is the user settings. Um, and you know how when you're looking at your name on Discord, I'm on my computer. Your name will be right at the bottom. You have the mic, the deafen, and then right next to it has user settings.
Okay. So okay, look for the user settings of your actual computer. Were you looking for it for Discord?
Oh yeah, I was looking for my actual for Discord.
Okay, look for it for your computer. That was my bad. I should have clarified. So yeah,
Uh,
look for it for your computer. So the regular, the Apple Gear icon.
System
That's it.
preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then you look for me, it's on the second row towards the very right, and it says security and privacy.
Yep. I see it.
Okay, so you click on that, and then up top you'll see these options. You see general, firewall, privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Click on privacy,
Yep.
and then you should see the Discord option. But if it's grayed out, that's okay. Just click the look at the bottom left of that
That
screen.
lock. Yep.
Yep, and you click that lock, and it's going to tell you to put your security in, make sure it's you.
Got you.
And then once you get in
Like,
here, yep, you click that.
okay, and I just click it, right?
Mm-hmm. If whatever it is, or is it clicked or unclicked?
Yeah, I just clicked on Discord.
Okay, that should.
But this is for location, so I should put it for camera or shares. Or this be screen recording?
Um.
I think it'll be camera.
Well, this is for location services.
Okay, got you. Okay, just making sure because I saw that it was on that.
No worries.
Okay.
And then stop your sharing your screen and then try to share it again and see if that works. That should work. Still not doing it.
Telling me it may be due to network conditions. Let me see. And this was for location services, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's Aki.
Yeah.
Let me try one more time.
Okay.
Boom.
There we go.
I almost gave up too, Forte. Boy, I tell you.
I'll do that. All you gotta do now is in that option to share, you can literally tell it what to share. So you should be able to tell to. I think you probably just said to share your overall screen. So be careful of that because we don't know exactly who's looking at this in case you got something private. But but you can tell it what to share. Like if you want to share a browser
How would I do that?
you may need to stop share and then try to share again and then look at those options to see what if it should give you an option like
Oh yeah. Okay.
program you want to use. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. All righty. We're back in the class, y'all. Happy Friday. Let's party. Forte with the troubleshooting. Okay, so this was the Discord channel that I created. It's called Around the Block, and I'm gonna, if it's okay with David and the Dream Conduit, if I could populate this information over to the conduit, just so everyone can have this information. I think these are relevant sites and information to have, just if you're going to be using and building in the augmented.
Yeah, I think you can just copy and paste it. Yeah, you can just copy and paste it right into the AR VR channel that we have above the voice chat here.
Clutch.
So anything that you think's relevant, you can just drop it in there.
Clutch. Okay. So I'm just gonna start with what I had. This here is a site that just basically lets you know what's going on with XR today. With basically all things mixed reality and anything reality based. I sent these are holographic glasses that you can get for display. And let me see. So just for clarification, David, I could do this, right? I can just go copy this, and I could come back in here and just drop it
right above AR VR. You'll see there. Yeah.
Outstanding. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not okay.
It's copying your Discord link instead of the external link.
Okay, no problem. I'll just
drop the URL in there. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Just to show you guys. So I'm going to talk through it. These are links. I'm going to populate these links. One of my favorite links of all time, and I shared this with David, and this is the VR engineers in the VR comparison tool, where all the pre-released and already released products are going to be shown. So there'll be a comparison, price, everything. This is a must-have tool if you're going to be in the VR AR space, in my opinion, just so that you can have alpha. We're all looking for alpha, right? This is if you want to create your own metaverse avatar and you are in the DC, Maryland area. This is one of the only 3, I think, in the country that does this, that allows you to go in there and you see what it says.
Yeah, if you right click right on the HTTPS link, like right on that URL, it should copy just the HTTPS. Yeah. And then you can copy that link into copy link, not the message link, but the link at the bottom. Copy link. Yeah, that should work.
Thank you.
And then especially that VR compare. Yeah, that one's dope. I remember you showing me that.
It's wicked. It's wicked, especially if you're in the if you're
looking for a VR headset. Like I'm looking at that thing, like browsing. Mm-hmm. There's new stuff coming out too, so it's nice.
Definitely, all the time, and that's the beauty of this space. It's just like the NFT space. It's everything is new, everything is fresh, everything is just like, hey, I'm trying to figure it out, you know. This is the VR compare. To me, one of the best things I came across, because it just showed me that okay, I can find all the information I need. This here is the Looking Glass Factory, and what they specialize in is specifically creating holographic AR, VR, AR more so displays for your home. And they can get pretty in depth from 4K to 8K in definition. So they're pretty cool. So this is the Alpha Omega channel. This is just where the start and beginning of everything for me. And into the AR side, right? So this was kind of like what I wanted to show you as I was talking. So I can add this to it as well. This is basically the history of the AR VR space. We have 1968, the first head-mounted display was created. You have the laboratory created in 74. The term augmented reality was coined in 1990. You have 92, the virtual fixtures, theaters start coming out, and you see the whole rollout. It's just something to really hold on to and know, because I hope that in the future that this will be relevant information for people that are curious in being builders or creators in the metaverse or the augmented space. It's almost like knowing your history, just like people want to know the history of the blockchain. I think you should be relevant to know the history of anything AR, VR that you're doing or using. Fast forward, here is the heads-up display that was created by Bob Sproul in 1968. This was the very first head-mounted display. This guy was a bad man. Created this thing back in the day. And I can add this as well. And now we see how the implications came into the military. With these heads-up displays, even in our vehicles, that's AR. That's AR technology is being used to heighten your field of vision. Then, for a lot of people who didn't know, Volkswagen, they dropped this app called Volkswagen Marta. And let's say you want to build or repair your repair your car for yourself, and it's a Volkswagen, any Volkswagen, you would have been able to download that app, and and by downloading that app, you would have been able to do the repairs for yourself. So that was pretty dope to me. Of course, we know 2014, Google dropped their glasses, and of course, we weren't ready. I had to put that in there. We were not ready, because I think if that would have been taken more seriously at the time, we'd probably be in a way more immersive world than we are in now. Then we have the Magic Leap glasses, the Magic Leap 1. And that, I'll be completely honest, that flopped miserably when it came out due to the fact that it was so high in price and it was tethered. It was a tethered device, meaning it was still wired, right? So It cost $2K. It was tethered. You didn't have that much flexibility with it. Fast forward, HoloLens came out in 2016. I had the opportunity to work with HoloLens in Florida with our construction management company. They sent us some alpha products to test out. And imagine being on a work site and being able to see through the wall to see what the electrical and mechanical wiring and plumbing is supposed to look like behind the walls while you're working. And that's what this capacity or this technology allowed us to do when we were using it. And that kind of blew my mind. I was like, okay, well, this is definitely not ragamuff type. This is cutting edge, So that was 2016, and I would say definitely be on the lookout for what they're coming out with next. And of course, I have this right, the Snapchat filter. As soon as when people think about it, or when people look at Snapchat, I want them to understand that all of that is AR. All of that is augmented reality technology being used right in front of you. And recently, they dropped a Holo Ride. So apparently, they want you to be able to play games in your car while you ride, and yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I just haven't got to use it yet. I think it's going to cost a grip, but it's just relevant information to know. Building tools. Joe put me on this app yesterday, Crypto Seed, one of my partners in crime in the space right now, Vectory. If you've had problems with Blender and creating 3D assets, I would recommend switching over, not even switching over, but just checking out Vectory, due to the fact that this is a lot more plug and play. And Crypto Seed, feel free to jump in just to let people know what your experiences are with that. And for interoperable, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, if you start trying to use Blender, you'll find out real quick that it's not intuitive at all, and there's a lot of things to learn that don't make any sense. You just have to remember like a sequence of things to do. But with Vectory, what I found is that after watching a couple of YouTube videos, I've been able to create like the most meaningful assets that I've been able to create so far. And I'm not really an artist or a creator, but I have some metaverse lands that I'm trying to build for, and Vectory has been a really big eye opener for me, and I really feel like a lot more powerful in the space now because of it. And I would recommend trying it out for sure.
Nice, yeah. And Marijuana Man, I think you should definitely check out that too, because you already got skills in Blender. And there's a Blender Masterclass that's done here too, Joe. That's also, so you can't. It's not intuitive, but you can't throw salt on it because we got some Blender experts in here. So don't.
Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that at all. I didn't mean that way.
Just playing, man. But nah, there is a Blender Masterclass in here that's done just like this. Well, of course, this is just the intro, but just like this would be done, where people Mahmoud shares his screen and he flows and just shows how it goes. I know Forte's been doing some dope stuff. Rami, I've seen what you've been doing. Shit, I've seen what everyone's been doing. So hats off. Let's go. So I'm gonna flow with this real quickly, and just so I don't hold you guys up too long. Drew Boo Boo has been one of my new finds, and this is, I would say, people talk interoperability a lot, right? Until a software is created that's fully interoperable with files, you're gonna have to figure out what applications are there to help you with the conversions, right? Drew Boo Boo has been one of those that I found to help take OBJs to Vox files. What that means is if you're a 3D builder and you say, hey, I can make you a home, and that file will be compatible in, let's say you want to make it compatible in OVR, you will need a GLB file. But let's say you want to do CryptoVox, so you need a Vox file. So you can convert that GLB to OBJ and that OBJ to Vox. Now you've made your product interoperable. Now you put your foot on their neck, right? Because you've given yourself the chance to really be everywhere at once without having to rely on the software that's not fully out there yet, but fully understanding what's the transferring process, right? So that's something like when it comes to building tools, I feel like this was a must to add in here because it takes things to the next level. People talk interoperability, but the best way to create that is to know that process. creation tools. Of course, there's Unity. This is just a quick rundown. 2000, the AR toolkit was created by Hirokazu Kato. It's open source. I attached the link here, and I'm going to transfer all this over. I just want to just talk so I don't kind of blow you guys. Pause. Jeez. Lens Studio. And Lens Studio, so Lens is for Snapchat. And I would tell you, I'll vouch for Lens Studio due to the fact that it's very easy. They give you I'll put it up real quick. And I have it on my actually. Can you guys still see my screen?
Yeah, but it's just awkward.
Okay. This right here.
Yeah. We can see now. We can see you switching.
Bet. So this is Lens Studio that's gonna pop up here.
Sorry, Ibro. We don't see Lens Studio. We were able to see you sort of pull your applications up, but not anything but Discord.
Okay. Okay, no problem. No problem.
What you can do is stop the streaming.
Yep.
And then when you hop back into it, it'll give you the option to use your entire screen and just the application.
Thank you both. Lens Studio, go live. Okay, man. This is Lens Studio. They want me to update, yada yada. I'll do this later. Yeah, don't worry about it. This is my first project that I did. I'm not really tripping. I'll recover it if need to be. But it's so intuitive. If you have a Snapchat, you can log into it.
Sorry, Ibro. So sorry. We still see, I don't know, the screen with the release notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to select another window, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
How about now?
Now we just see that single pop-up. Your project contains resources. Yeah.
Yep. So just to show you how simple this is, right? You see how, not even how simple, but you see how it's kind of, it has the lights already in place for you.
Ibro.
Yep.
We don't see anything. I'm so sorry.
Man, what's going on here?
You might have shared the pop-up window previously.
Yeah,
we're good now.
It's a flaw of the Discord. It's easy to miss the window. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's pretty cool though. Wow.
Yeah. So this is Lens Studio. This allows you, this is for Snapchat. So you can log in with Snapchat. As soon as you log in, it's going to give you the prompts to do pretty much what you want to do. Give you building options. I haven't played around in it in a while, but it just shows you what you have in here, right? You can start fresh. So this is how it looks when you start from home, right? Screen. Yep, I thought so. I'm about to share it again.
Cool. Well, did you make that filter though on the lady previously? That looked dope.
Yeah, so that's what I was. That's what I was working on.
Nice.
So when you originally log into Lens Studio, it'll give you the option to log in with your Snapchat code, right? Or just with your Snapchat. As soon as you do that, anything that you build on here will be launched directly to your Snapchat. So as you can see, they have tutorials. You feel me? Walkthroughs. Now imagine we started playing around with this, but we just started doing crypto predictions with Snapchat, right? And that's really the funny things that you can really do. Like you could set it to work with Bitcoin API. There's a cryptocurrency API. So essentially that means you'll be able to get the live denominations of that crypto and be able to say, hey, yeah, that's what it's at right now. Another thing, wearables. Like for Kane's project, for example, Marijuana Man, like people that want to buy that wearable could eventually put that on their actual feet and walk around with it. So this is something I would definitely say try out, play around with. I'm going to share the link because I definitely feel like this is going to be one of the most useful creation tools. And I'm sure you guys had a talk or met Kimberly. She's the GOAT. I'm a pawn in this game compared to her, just FYI. She's a Snapchat lens creator, and she has some really dope stuff going on, just FYI. And wait,
Lost you for a moment there, bro.
yep, I'm back.
Cool. Welcome.
So I'm just gonna go back to here, and of course, then we have Unity, which is my personal favorite, just due to the fact that it's so easy to use. You can pull that bad boy up from your computer. It is constantly updating. With Unity, I'm going to show you real quick what one of my favorite things is. It allows you to make AR, VR, Ready Player One, first perspective shooters, Mario Kart tutorials. I mean, Marijuana Man, you've had a little experience doing the little demos, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And what were your thoughts on it?
You know what? The steps were very simple and everything like that. It was very detailed too and everything like that. And it's a lot what they give you like for the free and everything like that.
Right.
Just starting off with like the Mario game, like you mentioned, like they show you how to make driving games, shooter games, all
Yep.
types of different applications.
Yep. And I'm gonna show a brief preview of that just so you guys can see. It might take a second to load. And in the meantime, the other dope toolkit is the AR toolkit, and that's specifically for Apple devices. And it comes run out. Well, wow, it's run by the Circuit Stream, but they're a dope site. They're a dope platform. You could pretty much reach out to them and get the development kits and just go run from there. Let's see, Unity. General, nothing in the general yet. Inspo, haven't dropped much there yet. Virtual reality. I really want you guys to look at this video and look at, so this, that really what should have started here. This was the very first virtual reality AR device ever. And this was patented in 1962 by Morton Heelig. Yo, the technology that was out there in the 50s and 60s, it makes you think like, what's going on here? If you guys may, I'd like to just a short video just of him explaining to you what this device could actually do. And let me know if I need to stop my screen and reshare it. I think
You may
okay.
need to. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Sam.
Here I come. Okay. This is. Can everyone hear? Oh.
No, I can't hear it.
Well, no sound is coming out yet. It's just, I think I just said that without even me hearing anything. Yep. This is in the 50s, y'all. Late 50s, early 60s. Okay, yeah. Just aromas. When I saw aromas, I lost my mind. Like, yo, people trying to do that shit now. This is in the 50s. I'd have lost my mind. I would have went nowhere but here. I see. Yeah. I see. I understand. Yeah. Wind against the fields, the wind against the feet. Oh, really? What for the wind? This wind? Yeah, why the wind? Well, when you ride a motorcycle, you have wind. That's right. You have ventilation. If you're in an open car, then you have wind against the top, but not on the bottom. If you're on a motorcycle, you have wind against the whole body. All these things. How about the smell? Or what kind of smells? All kinds of smells. All kinds of smells. Yeah. Machine can take 10 smells. 10 smells. I generally have about 2 smells for each film. You know, but you can have more. I just have, I have 10 smells, but you can have 50 smells. So, and it's fed in and you get it here. There's wind against your body to smell. Of course, stereophonic sound, 3D, peripheral vision, big picture. This machine could do twice as big, but I didn't do that because of the limitation of the film size. And that's about it. But 30 years ago. Yeah. Now today, there still is nothing as complete as this. Yeah. I just wanted to share that because I think he that spoke to me when I saw it. I'm like, yo, he's right. I mean, I don't know any devices that's letting you smell that thing yet, you know? So that took me by surprise as just like as someone that was curious about the whole entire space. So let me go back to this and I will walk through this not even pretty fast, and then I want to go to OVR. I want to show you guys what OVR experiences might look like, and how that works. But I'm just gonna go back to here real quick. Finish the walkthrough. Yeah, this guy Morton Helic, man, I like him. And then we have Ivan Sutherland, the Sword of Damocles, and then from there, that's when we have the whole entire just rundown of where we at now. Augmented reality. This launched today. I'll translate it to you in French, but long story short, the French president wants to create a European version of the metaverse. It made me laugh because the creators at OVR responded to him like, "You silly rabbit, we already have one in Italy. It's called OVR." So I'm looking forward to see how this interaction goes with the rest of the world because I think that is going to be pretty dope. So I will log in with my other device really quickly, and I will go to OVR. Crypto Seed, do you want to share? Actually, I do know. I know Adrian's spot. Do you want to do Adrian's spot first? What spot do you want to go to first? Or you want to do your spot?
No. Let's do Adrian's spot. Yeah.
Okay. Solid. Let me join here real quick, guys. I'm gonna join on a Discord. And any questions? How's everybody feeling? How's everyone feel about this? This is my first time, so you guys, I'm a little nervous. I'm rambling maybe, but I hope I'm doing a good enough job of just sharing information. Thank you.
It's good
This
knowledge,
is
man.
good. Yeah, this is pretty
Excellent.
Hey, thank y'all, man. Thank you. Okay, I'm in here.
At the very desk for the last hour, I've been hearing stuff so far. Just I've been dizzy. I was dizzy. I was already dizzy myself.
Nice.
I love it. You're doing great. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Y'all making me feel very good, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ibro.
Yeah, man, I was worried that I was late and anything like that, man. But for the first time, yo, this was dope, man. You definitely hitting it right on the nose and everything like that, yo.
Nah, man, y'all killing me. Thank you, man. Yo, for real, this means a lot, y'all. I hope that we can keep doing this though. Like, I want to keep building. I want to keep being able to share information. Um, and I'm sharing my broadcast from my other phone now. I'm gonna mute here so it's no echo. Can you guys hear me?
Now I can. We couldn't a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. So, Joe, could you
I
read out?
can hear you, but there's still an echo.
There's echo. Let me close my mic here.
I think you need to turn off the volume on one of them, maybe.
Hold on. Testing. Still echo. I hear that.
It's doable still.
Yeah, it goes into bad worst case.
All right, so we're good. Let me move on.
No, it's worse. No. Try reducing the volume on your phone. Earbros, no sounds coming out of your phone. Maybe that one might work.
Go on now.
Now it's good.
Perfect. Okay.
That was good. Awesome.
Alrighty. So, just show you guys. This is the OBR app. Every single one of these hexes are available NFTs to purchase, right? Within these hexes, what you can do, the beauty of what you can do is you can have different experiences on these hexes. And I'm going to take you guys to one of our dear friends, Adrian's spot, where we had like close to 10 people in here yesterday just walking around, no, the day before yesterday, walking around playing. I'm trying to find the location. Joe, do you have it off top? Or it's just going to be on Twitter?
It's something naval boo something. Let me look.
Hey, Chi, can you mute your mic for me, buddy?
Like I said, I've been hearing stuff at least.
Okay, one more. One second, I got a treat. I gotta give the boy a treat.
Go for it.
I'm sorry, he's a hole. He's just a hole. Come here. Good boy. He just wants to eat snacks. That's all he wants to do. You know, as soon as he gets to barking, I gotta shut him up. Quiet, Romeo, please. Okay.
I think he's just trying to like eat this whole session.
That's it. Because he's been in the back just growling at random noises in the back. I'm like, come on, dude. But okay, while Joe finds that spot, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go pull up my spot. Hold on, never mind. Wait, I found this McDonald's assets. Let me see. This is mine is HBox. Upload. So all these hexes are there's 3-letter words. So mine is HBox, upload, HBox, greater. And you click search. Boom. And I hit that. Oh. So
You can send us a link, I think, can't you?
I can. Let me see. Copy link. Yeah. So any live experience, you'll see that it says live on top of it, right? So I'm going to click live remote experience. I don't need a tutorial because it's my spot, right? So what you do, you let the spot download. This is a big spot. This is one of the spaces that I've been using to do a lot of virtual tours, more so augmented reality tours, show people what's available out there if they're looking for a potential home, a gallery, a place to meet, anything. So here's a little walkthrough. Can you guys see my screen still?
Negative.
You guys can't see it. You can't see that word. Okay, I'm not even on there. Sorry. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Thank you. Boom. All right.
Also, I found Adrian's hex whenever you're ready too.
Ooh, let's go to Adrian's hex first because I don't want to. I feel like his is definitely cooler than mine, in my opinion. But
They're two. It's like apples and oranges, man. Sometimes you want an apple and sometimes you want an orange. They're two different things, man. Yours is great.
that's true. All right. Here we go.
You want to know the name, or where are we going?
Can you see my screen right now?
No.
Here we go.
It's the Bobowski screen, Joe. If you click the Bobowski screen.
I got it now. Yeah, there's your house, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
First of all, guys, check out all the foliage and the plants.
Yeah, that's dope.
Beautiful.
Plants at home, okay? All right.
Where's the dog? Where's the dog?
This is the house. Oh, this is Romeo. Romeo, say hello.
Now he's quiet.
Yeah, because he's fed. Okay. Here we go. This is the house. Well, I will say I'm gonna zoom in back. This is how I always like to come in to my space here. So this is the house right here. Let's say you want to show someone that you can have a virtual experience or augmented experience. The way you move around, you could tap the screen, or I could actually walk around. So I'm going to start walking around. This is a character that Joe and I created not too long ago. The artwork that you see on the wall is one of my friend's mom's artwork. She hasn't created in a while, and what I did was like, hey, Mom, I want to show you what your art would look like in a digital space.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
We shot at her work and was like, hey, I'm going to send you this. I want you to just check it out. Cool. Chill out right there. Hey, no, come on, Romeo, please. So fast forward, I can walk around. So here we go. We have, I put some long neckies on the wall. Here's another character I created in Gravity Sketch. Here's a character that I submitted for the near 3D character thingy in my bob. Here you have some BBs on the wall. So you can show what people with a gallery would look like if you wanted to create one. I can walk around this corner here, bend the corner. Oh, sorry. I can bend this corner and go inside the OVR lounge, right? And if I turn around, so I have my Palm token, I got the OVR desk here. So let's say you want to create an experience where someone has to walk up to you and check out or something. You can have that experience right there. Here's another character I made. All these characters will be dropping soon. This is just me just playing around, having fun. This is the Palm token that it was my first NFT that I created. Kind of brought it back out only because it came. Connection still good?
Yeah, we good.
I'm getting it. Yeah.
Perfect. So this is the back side of the house. And mind you, this we haven't even really populated it much. It's just putting in the assets as we see fit. Here's another character. Here's another character. This is Ginger, the dancing bad guy, the bad guy here. There you go, Ginger. Yeah. He just wants to dance and act like the whole world is his, but pretty much his. And this is like the middle corridor, takes you right back to everything. So it's just really just a nice little space to view, right? And you could create anything you want out of this. I could embed videos on the wall. So let's say I want to show you a movie. I can have a movie playing in here. If I want to, what else? If I want to have characters running a game, I possibly can. And that's just going to take some Unity SDK, using the Unity SDK. And it's been fun. Like Joe and I have been in here just walking with people. We've had people that have been reaching out to us to build something like this for them. As like, hey, we have a real digital space that we have a real, hey, come here. Yeah, see, so yeah.
Maybe I could step in for a second here, Ibro, and just kind of just reinforce what you're saying. But Ibro and I have spent quite a bit of time in this house together, and it's interesting how a space like this, even though you're talking on the phone, when you're walking around a three-dimensional space together, it's got a lot of similarities to being actually in the same room together. So I really feel like, even though I've never met Ibro and we're 3,000 miles apart, like we've been in the same room a number of times. That's really what it feels like when you're in here.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really dope. And how does it work with the AR function? Like, so how do you jump in from 3,000 miles away? It's just through the OVR app. You can still experience the hex, even though like it also represents AR, like on IRL.
That's an important thing. So OVR is like, yes, you can access the hexes if you're actually at the location. Mm-hmm. But you can also access the hexes from anywhere if you know what their address is. So some builds you do are only going to make sense on location because you're going to use the walls and stuff that are already there to put your stuff on. Right. But you can still access it and look at it. That's the case with all of these hexes. So yeah, so they could be either augmented reality or virtual reality in OVR. I think the next place we go is going to be a virtual reality one.
So when you say you join him from 3,000 miles away, it's like you put on your VR headset and then you're able to experience the room that he's built at his hex.
Actually, I just do it on my phone.
Yeah, you can do this on your phone even, okay. Because this is augmented reality. So like right now, I'm sitting at my desk and I'm just looking and just touring the space.
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the
limited number of users who could jump in there with you and like check it out.
Yeah, we had I was in a space that had 90 users before I got on this call with y'all.
I thought that the limit was supposed to be 50, but there was 91 in there at one point today.
Yeah, there were 91 people in there at a DJ set.
The published limit is 50 people. That's what the published limit is right now.
Mm-hmm. And if there are multiple people there, like you'll be able to see the avatar for the other person who's there, or
yep. Cool. And you can customize your avatar in there right now with your own face. You can dress it up.
Wow! Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
And that's what I think is it. It gives you access to be you, like especially if you're a builder, right? You could come in and create a space like this. If, like, for example, if I wanted to stream like one of Lowe's music videos or something on here, I could. Or if I wanted to, let's say, if I owned one of the music video NFTs, I could put that on the wall and play it from here. So all that is really possible. It's just a matter of creating it and having it accessible. Like, I can't wait till I make this bad boy. I probably, and this is what I'm thinking, like, within these sessions, I'm definitely going to do a PO app whenever it drops, but I'm going to mint something just for y'all because, I mean, this is a special moment for me where I could kind of just be me. This is my stuff. This is really my space. Like, me and Joe, again, we really spend hours in here touring it to see, like, okay, how can we make this better? And we've had to downsize this spot a few times because we had a two-story villa, and we're like, yeah, we're going too hard on this one. Let's knock it down. Testing.
I'm here. I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, you're coming through. It's good. So how long did it take you to build this model room that you've got here?
So it's crazy, like not even crazy, but my partner Julian and I, we've been doing the 3D homes for a while. So what we had to do was take our pre-constructed assets and make them relevant to this now. You feel me? So it took me a week of convincing Julian that this was a good idea. And it took me maybe, Joe, how long? 2 days of work to just like rig it for 2 days, like 2 nights of getting on Zoom or on Gravity Sketch together and just walking through the space.
Just figuring out how big it needed to be. Really, we needed to size it to be man sized because at first, remember, we were kind of bumping our heads on the doors and stuff.
Right.
But other than that, it seemed like it was pretty easy.
Yep. Aside from that, it was definitely a lot easier. It was definitely a lot easier to move around, especially considering that everything was already you could literally just walk around. So if you have a large enough space, like in most cases, what I envision in the near future is for office buildings to completely scale out their actual space and have people like us build it out to scale, right? And from there, you could actually walk around that office building and go to your sleep. And this is a whole nother experience here made by our homie Adrian. And this is completely different, but it just shows you what's actually available out there for you. You confirm the point, and boom, look at that. This is actual space in OVR, right? So you come here, you could literally stand here, love transcends space and time. We express love through several ways, and I express my love through images and art objects. I love music, particularly made by my friends. I love biomech design. I love the life and all of that. You see this? This is what people are creating, right? And this is the homie Adrian. And the thing about this is, if you click this, you can hyperlink. You can hyperlink in OVR, and it'll take you right to the collection or whatever is relevant that they're talking about, right? So that's something that's hella dope. Let me go back to OVR.
That sign, Adrian, says that this is the best place to view the experience too. You got to turn around, man.
Oh yeah, I'm about to.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Click on it, and I'm about to turn around, and boom, and you see the experience now. Like, do you guys hear the sound coming out? I'm not sure if you guys hear the sound. There you go. You guys hear that music?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So imagine, like, if you have headphones on or in here trying to meet with somebody, this is what it would look like. You have the music playing, you have these objects moving around. This is the space we were in for an hour plus, literally onboarding people and just talking about it, like what the possibilities are, what the use cases are. And in actuality, like all we're looking what this sphere right here, that right here in the middle that's rotating, we're inside of that spinning counterclockwise in a bigger object, you know? So Forte, to your question about the experiences that you've made and if we can access them in AR or VR, this is the answer. Yes, we definitely can. And this is how it would look, and this is the capacity in which that's available.
Wow, thank you.
No, thank you. And super cool about it, if you step outside, like you can see exactly how it's made. It's a hex, you know? So it's literally a rotating hex and it comes right off, boom. And you're right here. And you step in. But when you'll spawn already inside. Only builders will know like you can really step outside the hex, you know? So it's just something cool that you can always do to really see what a hex really looks like all the way around. Like, okay, cool. I'll just step outside the hex and kind of get a better view from this angle, or I walk around the hex, you know? So just cool things like that you'll learn and pick up along the way.
Yeah, that's super dope. And if you have like multiple hexes together, you could theoretically expand the
bingo,
space.
Bingo. And they're working on a way to where they already have the map to earn feature that allows people to that allows you to take pictures of like any specific location. You send that to the OVR database, and you'll basically receive OVR tokens for helping create the actual metaverse that's going to be linked to everything. So that's hella dope. It's called Map to Earn, and there's already play to earn features on there, and like type of collections where you could run around or walk around in specific areas and collect NFTs. They had a partnership with the Eternals, and I think they're doing like a 5K giveaway if you find the right NFTs. So it's definitely, the use cases are definitely coming up now more than ever.
I have a question.
Sure.
Just in terms of like just exploring how Web3 this is. These hexes, are they bought like with crypto?
Yeah.
What blockchain?
This is on the Polygon blockchain. This is OVR token, Ethereum. Well, it's on the Ethereum, but this is the OVR token.
Cool.
So you buy the land with OVR, and literally every single one of those hexes around me is an NFT. So it's the actual that space that I took you to, I own that NFT in my wallet, but I can add to that wallet. I can add other NFTs to it, just like how I was adding. Okay, matter of fact, I'll show you guys this. I'll go to the OVR builder real quick just to show you guys what that looks like when we're in creation mode.
I mean, already this is really great because when I first heard about Superworld last year, this is what I expected it should be.
Yeah, that was my response too.
Same. That's why I walked away from there. Not even walked away, but that's why I kind of focused, because I've owned OVR lands for 8 months. I've loaned OVR before I owned any NFTs. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact that I was like, oh, this is actually something that I could see actual use case coming out of relatively soon, you know?
For sure. For sure. I have a question though.
Yeah.
With like a model like Superworlds, for example, the reason that some like Superworld, for anyone who hasn't heard about their particular implementation, they have like an AR they have an AR app. I wouldn't call it a metaverse. And with this AR app, you can use your phone to see what people have done in the place that you are in, only in the place that you're in. So if you're in maybe New York City, you could probably pull your phone up and find some pretty cool stuff going on. But if you're in the middle of the jungle, probably no one has even bought that plot of land. And since you have to be there physically to experience it, nobody's going to see it. But the reason I'm bringing this up is with Superworld, the reason some of their plots are more valuable than others is because of this exact situation, that some areas are more high traffic by design of the platform. But with this platform, if anyone can access any plot of land from anywhere, what would make one plot of land more valuable than the other?
It's a great question. But what they have been doing is, let's say you bought a piece of land, the hex next to it is going to go up in value. Right.
But if I wanted the best bet for myself, then I would go to like something like the Amazon rainforest and buy like 6 plots that nobody has ever, gone to yet, because there's not going to be a lot of competition for that land there, but it's accessible to everyone.
100%. 100%.
But there's lots of plots right around you right now that are valuable geographically that you could still get. So the reason some plots are more valuable than others is because of the geographical location, because you have use cases that you can use only in that geographical location. For instance, there's going to be an artificial intelligence assistant available for all the hexes.
Mm-hmm.
So once that's available, you'll be able to own grocery stores, and when somebody comes in, they don't know where the mustard is, they'll be able to call up OVR, look at the digital assistant, ask that person or the avatar, and then be led directly to the aisle where it's at. You can see that wouldn't be useful in the jungle, right?
Right.
Only at that store.
Unless you could come up with a history for each one of the trees individually. That's a really cool use case. That's really cool.
No, that would be useful in the jungle in that sense. I was thinking that and even if you wanted to shop at that grocery store from somewhere else, it might be useful in that way too. Like you could use the digital assistant to create a list for you and send it to you or whatever.
Man,
but yeah,
use that to walk around the aisle in the grocery store when you don't want to go, and like you don't remember what particular pasta sauce you got last time that was really good, and so you can just walk down the aisle and remember it without having to. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I also wanted to mention. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
Well, I was saying, I wanted to mention with the OVR, I actually have a friend of mine here in Chicago named Illuminati Congo, and I swung over to his house. And I was like, "Yo, man, my man Ibro's told me about OVR." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I got some." And so he shows me the land that he bought, and he bought all of the hexagons at the Arts Institute.
Genius.
His plan is to create his own his own digital museum of the different things that they have up in their original origin of those pieces they have in the museum and such.
He's brilliant. I love him. Illuminati Congo. I went to school with his lady, Q.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Marijuana man, you're in Chicago?
Yeah.
I'm from Aurora, Illinois.
Oh, you in Aurora right now?
No, I'm in San Diego, but I'm from Aurora.
Okay, yeah. I know exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. You visit back around. We got some ganja to smoke up.
Oh yes, I am in. Yes. I'm gonna connect with you. Okay, I'm gonna find you.
And that's what it's about, man. That's crazy. You see how small the world is? Marijuana man talking about his homie. Steffi talking about she knows his lady, and that's why we're here, man. We keep building, we keep iron sharpening. And I'm just gonna be real brief with this last thing. I just shared my screen to the OVR builder site just to show you how it works. Just to reload the page. So you would go to builder.ovr.ai and you would log in through MetaMask, because what it'll see is you have your NFTs in there and it'll connect to what you have, right? So let's say I go, and these are different things that we've built up. So you see this we have a 2-story home that we just playing around with. We're just trying to figure out what to do with it. But let's say you were to go to the builder, and this is the latest project that I was working on that we just visited. It'll give you just like any type of builder or like game design tool vibe, you know? You have your assets, you have your elements, you have your architectural kits, you have your prefabs. One thing I really appreciate about what OVR has is the fact that you have your NFTs in here, and you also could connect directly to Sketchfab. So if you have a Sketchfab account and you've already made some assets, you could log into that and get it. or you could go to your NFT wallet because you just sign into MetaMask and be able to see what you have, right? So from here, you just plug and play, right? So that's the beauty of what you have here. You just take it and you could bring it over. Not all of them loads. Not all of them will load. This is the issue that they've been having. You could take it over and you just bring it over to your models. You bring it over to your assets and you see, oh, perfect. You see, first, these are the models. These are 3D characters that's already in the scene. You have the animations and you have just different characters that already been implemented in here. So the beauty of it is once you've already loaded a character, you don't have to reload it again. So it's already in there. And then for the images come from your NFTs. So let's say you click on an NFT that you want to load or any image that you want to bring up, you'll be able to bring it up, and just plug and play from there. Video, same thing. You have video that you could drop in there and it'll play. The only thing that we're working on now from this builder standpoint is creating a way to have spatial audio. That spatial audio will allow us to be able to have different conversations while in the same room or different rooms. There's OVR assets. These are prefabricated assets that you can use. So if as long as you have a box, no funny, and this is what I kind of tell people, as long as you have a box, you can use prefabricated assets that are already here to build what you want. So I would say, like, I'm fine walking through the whole process of getting OVR lands, and Joe and I would help. We're more than willing to help with that. That's Crypto Seed. And you see that the assets already here, that you can plug and play with. Same thing with the architecture kit. I didn't use the architecture kits because we already had one in place, but you could add more to it if you wanted to. Come on, man. Shh. You could add more to it if you wanted to. So like walls, trimmings, roofs, anything. So it's open. It's literally open to your creativity, just like any other of these apps. You have roofs, pillars, walls. Like you could go gothic. Like, come on, you have everything. You got your rock kit. And this is really just the beginning. And what I really enjoy about this is, they have a Unity SDK. So for very, very intense, not even intense, for more in-depth and more, I would say more, what would I call it? I don't know. For
Advanced?
Yeah, exactly. For a more advanced and immersive look, Unity SDK is the way to go. It takes things to the next level. Like I've been in some spaces that have really blown my mind just only because they were made in Unity. Even that space we were into earlier today, Joe, Crypto Seed, that had the come on, chill. Where the DJ was, that was made with Unity, in my opinion, just because of the skybox. The scene went all the way out, and those things like that. We'll start noticing when we start working in Unity. But yeah, man, this is intro to AR and VR, man, and this is where I spend a lot of my creative time while on Clubhouse with y'all, or while just in general. I think this is the future. Not even I think, I know this is the future when it comes to the NFT space, because you want to be able to showcase and highlight your stuff and not only being in one space, right? I think we're really going into an augmented world, whether it be virtual, unvirtual. And I think that we're going to see, come on, Bob, chill. We see heavy investments coming into the space just because of these use cases that we just seen. And as more use cases get developed and shown, we look forward to sharing it with you guys and building with you all, because as all of us as artists, collectors, creators, whatever, there's ways that we can incorporate what we're doing into AR or VR. There's QR codes for your business cards that can pop up to your wallet or to your gallery. You can have pop-up filters that go to your Instagram or Snapchat. There's so many things. You could even do what Crypto Nug is doing. He's created a basketball game off a AR beer can. Like, that's amazing. Like, those type of things right there just show you that it's really just the beginning, and that you can really take it to the next level. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this class. If you have any questions, please shoot them, ask away. I really feel honored and blessed to be able to present. Thank you, guys.